Hello, in this video we're going to explain how to complete a new Quantum application on your tablet. If you haven't used the app for a while, click on Check for Updates here before starting a new application. Now you're ready to create a new Quantum application. Click Start New. Here you'll be asked to select a product. Then choose whether the policy is going to be structured as either a life contract or a capital redemption policy. Now select the applicant type. Currently, you can only use the RL360 app for personal applicants. Finally, allocate a label or file name for this application. This label is purely for you to identify this particular application. Click Continue to move to the next step. The first thing you'll notice is it looks very familiar, as it mirrors both our printed and desktop application forms. The first step is completing the details of the first applicant. You can then continue to complete the whole application from start to finish, or you can populate certain fields and come back and finish the application later. To save part completed applications, you must have filled in the first applicant's title, sex, their first and last name, and their date of birth. At this point, we could save the application via the menu here. This application would then appear in the My Application menu, ready for you to continue it at a later date. But we're going to continue now and fill in the various sections. It's worth noting that at least one of the applicants must be signed up to the RL360 Online Service Centre, as all communications with your client will be through the Online Service Centre. Once an online application is accepted and issued by us, all the policy documents will be available to both you and your client under the Important Documents tab within Policy Servicing. The next tab along is the correspondence details. We actually default this to the residential address of the first applicant, but you can enter a different address if required. If there are joint applicants, add the second applicant here. If the address for applicant 2 is the same as for applicant 1, use our time-saving copy function to automatically duplicate the details. And if you've added a second applicant by accident, simply delete the second applicant here. Section 2 captures life assured details. Again, use our handy copy function if any of the lives assured are the same as the applicants. For this example, we're going to assume there's only one life assured. We've now moved on to section 3, which is all about premiums and payments. In this section, there is a great example of how the app's smart validation function can help you fill out the application form correctly first time. So when you choose the premium details, the minimum premium for that particular selection is displayed here. The requested start date allows you to choose the policy commencement date. Our smart validation will only show payment methods that are available for the premium options you have selected above. We're going to choose credit card for this video. The collection day allows you to select which day of the month your client wants to pay their premiums on. You can enter the CVV number, and the credit card details will automatically pre-authorise when you upload the application. If you do not upload the application within 5 days, the CVV number will be removed and you will need to enter it again. You'll also notice that as soon as we've saved this section, the card and the CVV numbers are masked out for security reasons. The Proceeds tab allows you to choose which bank account any proceeds of the policy will be paid into when the policy matures. If you do not wish to select a bank account at this time, you do not have to, but this may delay payments from the policy. Section 4 is where you select which funds you want to invest into. You can select and filter by ISIN, fund manager, currency and sector. Just choose the asset, add in the percentage of premium to be invested into that fund, then add it to the list. The percentages of all the selected funds must always add up to 100%. And of course, our validation system makes sure this happens. Section 5 is where you add the client's source of wealth details. The app has the flexibility to add as many sources of wealth as you need to help us understand affordability. As an absolute minimum, you must complete the annual salary and bonuses section. In Section 6, you can add any further details about source of wealth and affordability or any other notes you may have regarding the policy. Section 7, the financial advisor details, will automatically pre-populate based on your online services username. The only two fields you'll still need to complete are the name of your authorising body and your regulatory number if you have one. If you have the relevant permissions, you will also see an option to be appointed as the investment advisor on the policy. Check the box here. Section 8 is for the declaration. It also contains a question about politically exposed persons. If anyone associated with this policy is a politically exposed person, you must declare it here. Moving to the declaration, if all the sections are complete and have green ticks, then your client will now be able to read the declaration and sign on screen at the bottom. If you choose the Investment Advisor option in Section 7, then two new tabs will appear. The first is the Investment Advisor Appointment, where the client can sign again on screen to appoint you as the investment advisor. The second is the Investment Advisor Acceptance section. Here, you sign to agree to be the investment advisor for that client. Section 9 is where you need to provide all the documentation and illustration evidence required by us to accept this quantum policy. In order for you to capture this evidence and certify it on screen, you must be set up with us as a suitable certifier. Join us for our next video where we'll show you how to capture supporting evidence and include it with your application. Thanks for watching.